Get ready, BD.
Today we're going to be taking a look at the Meisho movie realization Yojinbo, Mandalorian, and Grogu figure based off of The Mandalorian Season 2, going off of the accessories. I think this is the 2.0 version. This guy right here is literally everything you want in an action figure, including posability, and that's what we're going to be focusing on today. I'm going to show you 5 epic poses that you can put your Meisho movie realization I can't even say it. Meisho movie realization, Yojinbo, Mandalorian, and Grogu figure. Let's get into it. So we've got all our accessories laid out here so we can easily grab them. We've got the Beskar spear, the dark saber katana, or just regular katana in a sheath. A couple of hands, his blaster pistol, his rifle, little Grogu with a bun. I mean, just how freaking cute is that? Oh my lord. Honestly, this alone is worth the money. Like, just this little guy is worth the money to buy this guy. And then a little satchel with a headless Grogu body. And this is specifically for popping the head off of that one and putting it on this one. And then Mando can carry Grogu around in a little pouch. And we're gonna do a variety of different poses. I wanna start with some vanilla poses, some more plain things. Some people are vanilla posers. I'm kind of a vanilla poser, but I also enjoy dynamic poses from time to time as well. Vanilla poses are really good at like showing off the figure, a lot of its details and stuff like that. And dynamic poses are there to make your figure look freaking awesome and show off all the different accessories and, you know, just the maximum amount of posability that you can do with a figure. All right, so pose number 1, just gonna be a vanilla pose, something super simple. I'm thinking Grogu in the pouch, so I'm gonna rip his head off here. That was really dark. I didn't mean for that to be that dark. And now little Grogu is sitting in the pouch. How cute is that? Oh my gosh. And then I kind of want Grogu on this side. So we'll bring that up and over. And we're gonna make Mando look like he's walking. So I'm gonna bring this arm forward and bring this leg back and kind of cross them in front of each other like so. And then we'll bring this arm kind of behind Grogu, almost like he's kind of holding him. And then we'll kind of, oh shoot, that's not what I wanted. And then we'll make Mando like he's kind of looking to his left there. And then our cape, I want all kinds of dynamic action coming out the back of this. So it's gonna be coming up the side here, like they're walking across some epic landscape. And the cape is blowing in the wind behind him. And there we go, that's pose number 1. Mando looking like he's walking, just freaking looking so cool like he always does. Okay, and now time for our next pose. This one we're gonna take it up a notch. We're gonna have Mando actually hold some weapons this time, and we're gonna make it look like he's kind of standing guard. We're gonna use this epic Beskar spear here. I mean, just look at how beautiful this is. Absolutely stunning. I'm gonna put a gripping hand, and then now that we have that gripping hand in, I'm gonna put this spear right in here, and we're just gonna kind of have him like posting up, like he's ready to defend a village or something. You know how Mando is with his quests. We're gonna bring this leg down and in front a little bit, kind of similar to the walking, but we're gonna have him have a nice like wide stance. Outstretch that arm, and then I'm gonna pose this cape. And that is pose number 2. This one I really love on a shelf just because of how simple it is. You're able to get a lot of reflections off of his armor because of how beautifully painted this figure is. And you show off like one of the coolest weapons in Mandalorian history, the Beskar spear. I mean, it rarely gets cooler than that. As for the next pose, we're gonna take it up a notch just a little bit again. And this time we're gonna get a little bit more dynamic. So I'm gonna take this cape off and we're gonna equip this jetpack here. As much as I love this cape, you cannot have the jetpack and the cape on at the same time. It just puts like too much stress on the little peg inside the helmet, and the helmet like doesn't want to stay on, which is really unfortunate. We're gonna go ahead and put the jetpack on. That just pegs right into his back. And we're gonna kind of have this one in a flight pose. We're gonna bring this leg up. Let's have him holding this dark saber because of how freaking cool it is. I mean, just look at that. Look at that blade. Oh my gosh. We're gonna make it look like he's kind of flying here, so feet kind of downwards like this. I usually have one leg bent and one stretched out just to kind of give it that like little bit of dimension. No matter what angle you're looking at it from, it always looks like there's motion happening. And then we're gonna have him holding baby Grogu while he's flying. So we're gonna have to behead Grogu for a second time. Please don't demonetize me, YouTube. And then little Grogu is gonna be holding on for dear life in his papa's arms. Look at that. And if you wanted, you could also kind of bring the arm out. This is the beauty of this figure. Any pose you put this guy in is gonna look amazing. Like, when you get a figure that is this well articulated, this like well painted, I mean, it's hard to mess up. It truly is. Taking it up a notch again, we're gonna do our fourth pose, and this one is going to be the most dynamic yet. We're going to utilize as many weapons as we can because weapons are a part of Mando's religion, so let's freaking do it. I've put the cape back on because it's beautiful. Look at it. Stunning. So first things first, I'm going to go ahead and equip this katana in there just to kind of give Mando a little bit extra weaponry in the frame. We're gonna give Mando his pistol here. So we're gonna swap it out for a trigger finger. Yeah, we've got our pistol in there, and then we're gonna have Mando kind of gunslinging here. We're going to bring this leg up, bring this head down, kind of like he's aiming down sights. We can't just leave this hand empty. I mean, we gotta get extra dynamic with it, right? So we're gonna unplug this hand, and we're gonna plug in our other trigger finger for, you guessed it, another gun. And then we're gonna slide this large rifle in his hands here, and we're gonna try to recreate that scene from, I believe, the first episode, where the stormtroopers are like, we've got you 4-1. He's like, I like those odds. Hey, that was kind of a good Mando impression. I might have a bright future ahead of me. We're gonna tuck this rifle up under his arm like he's aiming it at someone in front of him. And look, dude, look at how freaking large this rifle is. Just a monster. And of course, we're gonna have to get that cape blowing. We're gonna have it blow the other way though. We always have it blow that one side, so we're gonna bring it this way. Just to kind of even out the pose a little bit too, because of how much is on this side, because of how long that rifle is, and utilize all of our wires to make it look like it's extra dynamic. I keep burping for some reason. I don't know why. I'm like a sarlacc over here. And there we go. This is our next pose. I think this one looks epic. I love it. Honestly, this is a shelf, like, candidate for me. This is amazing. I love this one. Now for our most epic pose yet. And I know what you're thinking. How can it get more epic than this? I'm about to show you. I'm about to show you how epic it can get. You don't even know how epic it can get. You have no idea how epic. All right, we're going for extra dynamic. We're putting 2 gripping hands on here. And just like how we had 2 long-range weapons in the last pose, now it's time for 2 short-range weapons. You already know. We're getting that Darksaber up in here, and we're gonna go Ahsoka Tano with it, and we're gonna throw in this second blade. Reverse grip, baby. A good pose tip is never make anything straight. Always add an angle to something. If you're going for extra dynamic, always add just the slightest slant to every joint, and it'll make everything look so good. And then our legs are gonna be outstretched. Basically, what we're doing here is making it look like he just got finished swinging with his normal blade here and is about to come overhead, shoom, with the Darksaber. Picture a body here, cut a body in half, and he's gonna cut the head off as it's falling. It's gonna be wild. It's gonna be extra violent. Violence is sometimes good, or not. Actually, that's not a good message to say, is it? And of course, last but not least, we are gonna have to get that cape looking extra epic. So his body is gonna be moving this way. So you need the cape kind of flowing up and in the direction that he just came from. So we're gonna bend it in like this. And the cape's kind of like passing in front of him because that's the direction his body is turning away from. Ugh, I can't get enough of this figure. I just can't. It's amazing. It's one of my all-time favorites. If you have the means, I highly recommend picking one up. It is so choice. And I think that's gonna do it for our final pose with the Meisho movie realization, Yojinbo, Mandalorian, and Grogu figure. I love this thing so much. I want it buried with me when I die. And I know what you're thinking. Wes, if you love it so much, why don't you marry it? I've tried. Thank you guys so much for watching this video and watching me play with toys, because that's what this was. If you have this figure, I hope I provided some great inspiration for some poses that you can possibly put it in. I love this thing so much. I don't know if I said that during this video. I don't know if I said that at all, but I love it. If you'd like to become a channel member, you can do so by clicking the Join tab on my homepage. It's only $2.99 a month, and you get access to exclusive emojis and loyalty badges to use in video comment sections, as well as live streams. It's super cool. I drew them myself. It's cute little Cal Westis and BD1. Come on. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and as always, may the Force be with you.